Hey Bowtie Nation, Joseph Hogue here with the Let's Talk Money channel, covering what could be the 10 most important questions you answer about how to start investing and making your money work for you. But there's a lot to get through in 10 minutes, so we're going to be speeding up the video.
I'm going to be covering everything from how to start investing, how much to invest, and what to invest for the highest returns.
Okay, maybe not that fast, but let's get to it because we've got some great beginner investing questions planned. Before that though, you know I got to send a special shout out to all you out there in the nation. Thank you for spending a part of your day to be here. If you're not part of that community yet, just click that little red subscribe button. It's free and you'll never miss an episode. In this video, I'm going to answer the 10 most important investing questions for beginners. Everything you need to get started, but 1 minute isn't a lot of time for many of these, so I'm also going to add links in the description below to in-depth videos to help you start investing. Our first investing question: how do you make money in stocks? Now, stocks are just an ownership of the company and all the cash flow that the company pays out in the future. That means there's two ways you make money: either collecting those cash flows through the dividends that the company pays out, or if the company increases that cash flow potential and the share price increases, then you can be selling those shares at a higher price than what you paid. So if you think about those two ways that you make money in stocks, there are two great strategies that you can follow: buying stocks already paying out that cash flow through dividends, or fast-growing companies with booming stock prices, or even a combination of the two. While most investors like to focus on one strategy or the other, don't avoid either one. Have some stocks that put money in your pocket right now with those higher dividend yields, and then others producing those higher future returns on the share price. Another great question I hear a lot: is it worth investing if you only have a small amount to invest? You can start investing with as little as $1, and the power of compounding interest, what Einstein called the eighth wonder of the world, means even a little bit goes a long way. In fact, investing just $100 a month grows to over $86,000 in 20 years, and you'll end up making over $62,000 of profits. Even on a $50 a month deposit, you'll still have more than $40,000 in as little as 2 decades. Think about that. For as little as you pay for that mocha coca frappuccino every day, you could create a nest egg over $80,000. And that's on the average stock market return. No stock picking required. Start investing now, like right now. It's okay, I'll wait. You get the idea. Start investing now, and in 10 years, you'll be glad you did. 2 great beginner investing questions and 8 to go, but I want to get your input on this. What is your investing goal? What do you want with that money? And nation, it is critical to have a goal, a reason, or a mental picture for what you want to do with this money to keep you motivated and keep you investing. So make that commitment by sharing your goal in the comments below. Just scroll down and let us know why you're investing your money. Next beginner investing question here: how much should you invest? Now, you're going to hear all kinds of rules for how much to invest, from 10 to 20% of your income, but none of these personalize your investing plan like you need it. Nation, do not feel like you have to get locked into some rule or investing the same amount forever. Start with trying to just budget 10% of your income to invest in stocks every single month and adjust it higher or lower as you go. If you can invest more than that $50 or $100 a month, that's great. But I don't want you to feel trapped by your investing plan or like you can't have any fun with your money right now. My first experience investing in my 20s, I was working 2 jobs and saving every penny to invest because I wanted to retire early. The problem was I was miserable, pinching every penny, and I'd get burned out every 6 months. I'd go on a shopping spree, setting myself back a step, and was just getting nowhere. Nation, it is just as important to enjoy life and be able to spend your money now as it is to save for the future. Next here, where should you invest your money in stocks? There are 1,000,001 investing platforms, but honestly, they're all pretty much the same. There are really 3 things that you want to look for here, and then I'm going to share which platforms I use. First, you want to look for an investing site that doesn't charge you to buy stocks. Most sites have switched to that commission-free model, so it better have some great research tool if it's charging for buying or selling. It's also nice here to use a site that lets you invest in fractional shares. Now that means you can invest any amount of money in a stock, no matter what the stock price is at. For example, you can invest $50 in shares of Amazon instead of having to buy a full share for $3,000 each. The site's just going to split up that share and you'll get $50 worth. Third here is to look for a platform that gives you the investing tools and the research you need to invest. The trick though is there is nothing wrong with having more than one investing account. In fact, between retirement and regular accounts, I have 9 accounts on 6 different investing apps, including E-Trade and Webull for research, M1 Finance for retirement, and Fundrise for real estate. It's free to open an account, and a lot of times you're going to get a bonus like free shares or cash when you make your deposit, like with Webull if you use the link I'll leave in the video description below. You want to invest, but how do you buy stocks? Now, buying a stock is actually surprisingly easy. I'll show you how to do it here on E-Trade, but it's the same process pretty much on any app. Go to a stocks page and click on this buy button to go to that order page. Here you're going to see an action to buy or sell and the quantity or number of shares you want. For this, you just take how much you want to invest and divide that by the stock price for how many shares you want to buy. Then you pick the price type. And for 99% of investors out there, especially just when you're getting started investing, you can just select this market price and click preview. And that's all there is to it. On investing apps that allow fractional shares, you don't even need to put in how many shares you want to buy, just the amount that you want to invest. So you're buying stocks, but how do you get the best returns with less risk? Now, this is really about the kinds of stocks you buy and could be an entire video alone. Less risk means buying companies with stable cash flows like Apple, Coca-Cola, and Amazon, those companies that can grow and return cash to shareholders. You can also invest part of your money in dividend stocks, a part in those faster growing but riskier companies, and then the rest in exchange traded funds. That's going to spread your money around and smooth out the ups and downs in any one stock for just a less stressful investing plan. Great question here. How do you learn about stocks? Just watch this channel. Okay, but there are a lot of free resources out there and some great books to read, including The Intelligent Investor, The Little Book of Common Sense Investing, and One Up on Wall Street. These 3 books alone are going to give you 90% of what you need to start investing. For those of you that want a little bit more personalized investing plan, I'm going to leave a link in the video description below to a free webinar on how to create an investing strategy customized to your goals. Just 3 more investing for beginners questions left. And here, what investments should you buy? Another one that could be an entire video, but I want you to start off by thinking about the broader picture and investing in 3 main asset classes: stocks, bonds, and real estate. So with maybe half of your money, you invest in these funds. Buy 1 or 2 funds in each of these asset classes to give you a wide range of these and a great mix of returns, safety, and cash flow. Some examples of funds in each of these include the Schwab US Dividend ETF, the iShares High Yield Bond ETF, and the Vanguard Real Estate Index Fund. So you're buying stocks, but then how many stocks should you buy? I know you get all these great investing ideas every day, online, on TV, from your taxi driver. It can get very easy to build a portfolio of hundreds of stocks. You just keep investing in everything you hear about, but you really don't need to. Research shows that once you get maybe 20 or 30 stocks, your overall return starts to look a lot like the average market return because you're just so diversified. You've just got a little bit of everything. Instead, invest half of your money in those few funds that give you that broad exposure across stocks, bonds, and real estate. Then with the rest of your money, be picky. Find 10 or 15 companies that you really like and invest in those. Just 10 or 15 great stocks, but don't feel like you have to chase every stock that comes along. Of course, now you have to ask yourself, when should you sell a stock? You've got your stocks, you're investing every month. When do you take your profits and run? The simple answer would be never. Just hold those funds in the 10 or 15 stocks that you really like, maybe even 20 stocks, until you retire and start living on your investments. But we all know it's not as easy as that. Even long-term investors don't typically hold their stocks that long. Sometimes you need to sell, and you better know when that time comes. So I use 3 reasons to sell a stock. First is if there's a scandal or a lawsuit and no accountability by management. Now, bad things happen even to good companies, but they better be making the changes or I'm selling the shares. Another problem to watch here is if the company is piling on just too much debt, just borrowing too much. And third here is if the stock price just goes way beyond what I think it should be on a fair value basis. Click on the video to the right for how to pay your rent with dividend stocks. 7 dividend stocks that are going to pay your bills every single month. Don't forget to join the Let's Talk Money community by tapping that subscribe button and clicking the bell notification.